Okay, I'm going to try to show you how to use the graphing tool for Unit 5. So the first thing we'll do is y equals negative x. That is the same question as from the notes. So what I need to do is I need to make it a little bigger. And then I want to use the graphing tool here. And then I want to plot 0, 0, and 1, negative 1. So I click on there. And you can see as I move my mouse around right up here, that's where I am. I want to go to 0, 0 first. Then I want to go to 1, negative 1. So I go 1, negative 1. I click. I save. I check my answer. And I'm good to go on that. Now I need to do the y-intercept, which is 0, 0, because that's always the first point I pick. And there's my graph. Okay. So now I want to try a fraction one next. And the computer's going to speed along here. There's one. Here's another fraction. Now remember, the first one I always pick is 0. So if x is 0, 4/3 times 0 is 0, 0 plus 2 is 2. So the first point I'm going to graph is 0, 2. So I go to 0, I go to 2 here, so 0, 2. My next point is I always pick whatever the denominator. In this case, it's 3. So 4/3 times 3. Well, the 3's cancel, so it's just 4 plus 2, so it's 3, 6. So I got to go over to 3. And then if you're struggling, you can use the arrows to move it one by one. 3, and then 6, and then I just hit enter. Now I plotted the line correctly. I click save. I check my answer. Again, when the x is 0, that's going to be my y-intercept. So it goes 0, comma, 2, close parentheses, enter, and we're good to go. All right, so now the next one I want to do question 14. Let me scoot down there. Actually, I'll do, let's see. Oops, I went to 15. Here's 14. So I'm going to do a similar question here. So I have x plus 2y equals 4. I know these are different numbers, but to find the y-intercept, I got to let x equals 0. And please work this out. If I let x equals 0, y equals 2. So I plot on here. I go 0, 2. And I click. And then to find the x-intercept, I let y equals 0. So 2 times 0 is 0, so just x equals 4. So that is 4, 0. So if you notice, I have to pick the points, one on the y-axis and one on the x-axis. Save. Check. And I do not need to do any other points. That's all I need to do. All right, and then I'm going to do 2 more questions, very quick questions. 21. Similar question here. Remember, x equals negative 8. If we remember from my discussion, that's a vertical line. So all I really have to do is make this a little bigger, click on the line. I go to where x is negative 8. Remember, this is the x-axis. So I go to x is negative 8. And then all I have to do is make sure it's vertical. That is a vertical line. Click check. Check my answer, and there we are. And the other question that I want to do is y equals 2. Remember, that's a horizontal line. You just click on the line 2. You go where to y equals 2. Click there. And again, I can click anywhere I want, just as long as it's horizontal. And check my answer. Alrighty. And so that's how to graph in 5A. And once we get going in 5B, I'll start showing you how to graph in there as well. I hope this helps.